Dawn breaks across the desert. Red blossoms spring up from a freshly dug grave. A busy street thrums with wasted childhoods. Someone doesn't hear the footsteps creeping behind them. A scream rings out, but is drowned out by the noise. This place is dying. And yet, here you are. Welcome to San Arroyo, hunters. We here at Dubious Creatures present to you the vampire with no name, Final Girl. So you get out to the car, Hawks immediately perks up upon seeing Slim. Just like, oh, hey there, boy, you miss me? Oh, god damn, you're skinnier than me. You gotta take better care of this dog.
You know I feed him plenty. He's just scrawny like you.
Is your mama not giving you enough treats? Yeah.
Will you shut your mouth, Slim? Damn.
But yeah, you all managed to successfully pile back into the pickup. So the question is, where to next? Driving back to San Arroyo, you're going to be like, at this point, it's going to be around 4:30, 5-ish. Sun's starting to get real low.
I think we probably would have stopped by Joe's just to get whatever we could from the arsenal.
Are we going to try and do anything at night, or are we going to, like, huddle together against vampire attacks?
Well, I imagine that we're probably going to get everything ready beforehand, so, you know, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready kind of thing.
Yeah, well, Miss Winters, now would be a good opportunity to swing by your own locale if while there's still daylight to burn.
Yeah.
Joe's is just a pit stop.
Yeah, let's go to my place.
And then in terms of just like your, as we stated previously, Joe, you have the Hidden Armory merit, specifically 2 dots of it.
Yes, I do.
Basically, if everybody here, Slim included, wants a gun, you can give them a gun. Like, you
Excellent.
can kit out everybody.
And I certainly do. Make sure that dragon's breath is hot and ready.
So yeah, as Slim's poking around, he just looks at your arsenal, narrows his eyes, and says, "What happened to the Hafla?"
Well, I had to use it when a whole bunch of fangs held us up over at Trin's family's business and, well, turned him into a little bit of sidewalk ash.
Vampire crust punks.
Atta girl.
Well, you said you got weapons and you should use them, so I used it.
So, arming up, eventually all roads converge. Just as, like, again, the sun is beginning to, like, fully set. And at the sunset, San Arroyo is always very pretty. The way it crests over the mountains, casting long shadows, transforming the actual horizon line into those purple mountain majesties. But it is made slightly more trepidatious given, well, what you now know and what you're all up to. We arrive at Maria's place and, well, Maria's mess. As previously described, your house is not exactly in a state of great repair.
Yeah, although for her, that's very relative. I'm sure to most others it's not all that messy, but she is extremely apologetic about every little thing that's out of place.
Every time that Maria apologizes or shrugs away, Patience just gives her an easy smile. It's your house. You don't gotta act so nervous. Not like we're here to bust you for violating the HOA or whatever the hell they have in this neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just I'm in a profession where everything really needs to be in its place, so I like to have things in their place, but I haven't been up to it lately.
It's fine. Someone, one among us, has to be anal.
I think I think Maria blue screens for a second and then comes back. Yeah, I suppose so.
Slim looks between the two of you with just this very flat expression, sort of leans over to Joe, just says, Are they?
I don't know. I got my sneaking suspicions, but, don't make an ass of yourself.
I'm just being observant.
Maria, your place is lovely, and I vote we get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real nice love nest you got here.
Slim, shut your hole. My God.
I mean, they might as well be wearing a sign.
Well, let them figure it out for them damn selves.
Oh, I figured it out. I am flamin', Mr. Peepaw.
Good for you. Not a lot of people brave enough to be out and about these days.
Got no other choice.
Same here, though in my case it was because it got plastered all over the news, so...
Oh, that's why you look familiar.
Uh-huh.
Can I be honest? I think my brother's gay.
Damn it, I thought you were going to say you were gay. No, yeah, we've been knowing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty evident.
I don't know how to talk to him about it, so it's nice being around at least some people who aren't, they feel like they need to. Yeah.
I mean, I guess at this point it seems like San Arroyo is full of one of the three of conservatives, gays, or vampires, so...
And the weird part is the vampires are not the worst bit of that.
I mean, y'all, it's the Inland Empire, California. If they're not blood-sucking bastards in the figurative sense, well, biggest Catholic denomination in the state. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
My name is Trinity, so I understand.
That does weirdly make me feel better about the vampires. Just gotta remember that the real enemy is capitalism. Okay.
It always is, kid. It always is.
Vampires are small time comparatively. I'm gonna go make homemade explosives now.
I'll help.
Well, should we also consider homemade hallucinogenics? Hallucinogenics.
What do we need the hallucinogens for again?
I might be going out on a limb here, but I feel like, listen, as fucking insane as John D. Albuquerque is, I think he might have been onto something when he was trying to distill something that might actually see the future. I mean, if we're in vampire territory, I think we can, maybe consider alchemy.
Okay, well, I leave it to the group. Which is more important, hallucinogens or explosives? I'll make either or.
Explosives.
If I could just weigh in for a second now, I'm all for having a good time while it's warranted. But also to play devil's advocate, we do live in a state with considerable wildfire concerns. So, if you're gonna be cooking up bombs in your backyard, I just ask that we err on the side of caution.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
All right, bombs with moderation. Gotcha. We'll keep it demure.
And it just hit me that I'm getting ready to bomb an important historical site. This is like literally the opposite of what my career is about.
All of our worlds are a bit upside down. As above, so below type stuff,
But yes, if you want to make the roll for improvised gear, absolutely can.
Hey, it's intelligence plus craft, science, or technology.
Indeed.
Does an explosive count as a tool?
In a very roundabout sense, the problem is you're not making mining explosives here.
Okay, what about science archaeology, since I'm kind of justifying this by having things from my job.
Again, science definitely applies. I don't think archaeology does, sadly.
Okay. What's the desperation at?
3 currently.
I have a talent for rolling a million dice and not getting the amount of successes I should.
You just need one more. You just need one more.
Okay.
Okay.
I did one
Still
more.
power this shit?
I'm going to say with 4 successes, there are a couple of very close calls.
Jeez Louise.
There are a couple of very close calls. But managed to pull through. And I will say, but since it was only 4 successes, I will say, and mostly because again, Maria, this is your first time. Like, you know the basic physics of it, but you've never actually had to make, like, you know, bombs before. So you're understandably nervous about the process.
Uh-huh.
And you know, like, Patience, who probably has definitely made Molotov cocktails before, is, you know, trying to guide you through it as best she can. But
Like
yeah,
that scene where they're making the pot, but
it's
I don't
exactly
know
as
the movie. I was born 2001.
the big Swayze energy, essentially, which is perfect for this.
Oh, okay. So we are very intimately making bombs then.
It would
No,
appear
yeah,
so.
see, you gotta, let me guide your hands. You gotta cross the wires here and there, not to the same color, just like that.
Yeah.
Maria
So-
very nearly kills them all on account of brain freeze from gay.
When you're so gay, you burn your house down. All right. But I will say 4 successes. I will say you are able to successfully create 2 essentially improvised fire bombs.
Okay, so, I mean, hopefully they're down the hole during the day so we can throw these down there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you look outside and, oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah, well, we should focus on living through the night first, I think.
Good idea.
Sleeping shifts?
Yeah, Slim is like, yeah, agreed. Speaking of side projects, Trinity, you were attempting to make drugs.
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't have any edges that directly. So you have dots in medicine, you have dots in science. Specifically, you have a specialty in biology. You don't have an edge that allows you to you don't have the improvised gear edge. So I would say if you wanted to make drugs, especially of the variety described in the notebook in Dr. Albuquerque's journal, you'd probably have to go out and get supplies at some point.
My goal was to, because it sounded like some occult alchemy bullshit. I was trying to really rely on that occult part of it. Just go esoteric rather than scientific, if that makes any sense. Like,
absolutely, that this very much is the case if you want to use a cult, but you still need the physical supplies. Like, one of the essential components is this Dr. Rubedo not nightshade, but, well, actually it is a type of nightshade. And that's not hard to get, is the thing. Like, it's a weed, essentially. Like, you've seen it growing on the sides of the street. You still have to, you'd have to go out, you'd probably have to go to, a drugstore, you'd have to get some basic supplies and try not to look like you're cooking meth while doing it, because we are in the middle of the war on drugs.
do you have, as a nursing student, I'd imagine I have access to some sort of lab in, the medical building of Stryber? Is it possible if I could do a run and I think Trinh is at the point where she's done trying to be a good student and a good kid or whatever, and she's like, great, let's go rob one of the laboratories at my school to make potions.
Oh, absolutely. You just, would have to leave Maria's house to do that.
Could Joe give me a lift?
Joe could give you a lift, yeah.
Yeah.
leaves me in charge, king of the castle.
If you blow up this place, I swear to God, Patience.
Only thing I'm blowing are minds.
2 lesbians alone in a house. What will they do?
I'm still here, says Slim. Like he's been.
Whatever happened to not split? There's that whole thing about not splitting us up, but sure, yeah, let's do this.
I'll keep an eye on him, Joe. You go do whatever hoodoo you seem to be set on. I can't say I particularly understand it, but if this Albuquerque fella knew a thing about a thing, then, well, I guess nothing's too ridiculous at this stage.
Shall we?
We shall.
And I think we're going to stick with Joe and Trinity for a moment, heading out to University City, because Stryber University is a big enough campus that it kind of has a whole section of the city dedicated to it. San Arroyo is not what you'd call a college town by any stretch of the imagination, but Stryber University is almost as old as the city itself. It's actually named after one of the city's founders, one Carl Stryber. And there's a big college football culture. Fitzsimmons Stadium is it's one of the other reasons why San Arroyans have this very stubborn hometown pride in spite of everything. Almost made it to the Rose Bowl a couple of times. After dark, it's a college campus, so it's still kind of active. But the area that you're specifically looking for would definitely require some form of larceny to get into. You are a nursing student, Trinity. That's what makes it this easier for you. Campus security knows who you are, and nursing students keeping odd hours is not the weirdest thing they've seen by a country mile.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say difficulty is not going to be high, but go ahead and give me, it's called either charisma or manipulation plus persuasion to sort of lie your way into where you need to be, or potentially dex plus larceny or stealth if you want to be more clandestine about it.
Oh, that's 4 successes.
4 successes, yeah. Well,
One of them was a 10.
the two of you are getting real good at breaking into medical facilities.
I'm really proud of us.
Yeah, absolutely. You find yourself in one of the facility's laboratories after dark.
Okay, so I think they keep the equipment in here, and she's just like digging through, like probably grabbing a bunch of, I'd imagine like distillation stuff, various beakers, like a Bunsen burner and stuff.
You're, you know that what you're doing is probably extremely medically inadvisable, particularly since the datura plant, as mentioned previously, is extremely poisonous. There's a good chance if you cock this up, you will have essentially created an extremely lethal poison instead of whatever strange elixir was initially intended.
Joe,
Yeah?
this is really not the most ideal thing I should be doing. God, this sounds heavy. If anything happens, can you look over my stupid fucking brother, please? Make sure he and my mom are okay.
Well, listen, it's not going to come to that. But I'll have you know I'll defend them to the death if I need to.
Okay, let's make some drugs, and I will get started right here, rather than like taking the extra time to get back to Maria's, because we don't have that time.
And Joe will keep watch.
So go ahead and give me intelligence plus occult.
I will be using desperation on top of this, because now or never, really. Oh, that is 3 successes, which I'm going to willpower into 5.
This is probably one of the more complicated chemistry projects you've ever done. And you're not even really sure what you're doing, to be perfectly honest. Something about it. Something about this whole process. Maybe it's the weird inspiration from memory. Maybe Albuquerque was right and there's really some ethereal component to this otherwise innocuous plant, but it works. The very real stages of distilling whatever alkaloid exists within this plant that gives it its apparent mystical properties. It takes you a while. And Joe, as you're keeping watch, you can see it's almost like Trinity is in a trance. Mad science set up all these different beakers and burners and plastic tubing and this slightly acrid chemical smell that begins to fill up the laboratory space. But Joe, as you're keeping a lookout, far down the hall, you hear the sound of a door opening and closing.
Just take a closer look down the hall. Sort of discreetly.
There's somebody walking down the hallway. Somebody who definitely does not look like a security guard or a member of faculty.
No, fuck, what do they look like?
Older gent. If you had to guess, maybe one of those people who is probably in their 40s but looks 20 years older, just based on like the level of hardship that's written across their face. Dark, weather-beaten skin, high cheekbones, looks Native American. He's wearing just old, scuffed hiking boots, cargo pants, and over that, an equally weather-beaten looking leather coat of a style that looks like, it's not like a punk leather jacket, it's a style like an old bomber jacket, something that's not quite in vogue right now.
Does he see me?
Are you trying not to be seen?
I'm trying not to be seen.
Go ahead and give me Dex plus Stealth then.
That's 3 successes.
Joe, first of all, Desperation goes up by 1.
Cool.
So we're now at 4. Second, if you could go ahead and give me a Composure plus Subterfuge roll.
We're gonna willpower that. Okay, that's 2 successes.
2 successes. He stops, middle of the hallway. He's maybe like 50 feet away as you duck back around the door and sort of peering at him from around the corner. Let's see. He lifts his head up, almost like he's looking at one of the light fixtures, and then begins. You hear him inhale. This deep, slightly guttural noise that doesn't sound quite human. When he does, he also pushes back side of his bomber jacket, and you see strapped to his hip in a holster is a almost comically large revolver. I know you're there. Can we not do this here? I'd prefer not to cause a scene.
Do what?
You know what? I get the impression from Phillips that you are a shoot first, ask questions at gunpoint sort of person.
I didn't realize my reputation had gotten away from me.
He's still sore about the foot.
Well, he did threaten us. Quite frankly, I'd rather talk to you than talk to a lackey.
If I come over there, it's not going to be directly into the barrel of a shotgun.
I put my hands up. Nope. No, it's not. I just very casually glance through the door where I see Trinh and see if she sees me or hears what's going on.
I think Trinh is in the zone right now. Like, Trinh probably wouldn't notice. The only thing that would snap her out of this at this stage would be if somebody shot a gun next to her.
Great. Well, I'm going to keep calm so she keeps calm and doesn't create a, neurotoxin.
So do you step out into the hallway?
I step out into the hallway just in front of the door so that I'm within eyesight of both of these people, or one person and one whatever that is.
Yeah, it's just him, as far as you can tell.
Well, I mean, being in eyesight of Trinh and being in eyesight of this man.
He's a big guy. Like, at least 6'5". And you can tell just from the way he moves, he's all muscle under that outfit. There's just a level of coiled menace to him that, even though he's not doing anything particularly threatening at the moment, still sets your teeth on edge.
And who do I have the pleasure of addressing?
Where I'm from, it's not good to say the names of the dead out loud.
I see. Well, you're looking mighty fine for a dead guy, I must say.
He doesn't respond to that. Just, he's giving you this very, evaluating stare.
What can I help you with?
You're tangled up in something. That's evident.
Well, most of us are tangled up in something or other.
You're Slim's protege, right?
Now, how would you know that?
Because I know Slim. He's useful to a point.
Yes, I am.
I offered a long time ago, keep him young, like Phillips. He turned me down. It tells me a lot about him.
Yeah, that sounds like Slim, all right.
But from what I can gather, you've also got a lot of other folks wrapped up in this, and that's a problem.
It was not my intention, believe me. I was doing just fine keeping tabs on everything, and then, well, shit went fucking sideways when a bunch of crust punks, nearly destroyed a business. That's not very discreet now, is it?
No, it is not.
Now, I imagine that there's a certain level of peace that you like to keep.
You could say it's part of my job description.
And you could say it's part of mine as well. So, in a way, we're on the same team, aren't we?
Yeah, you see him smile for the first time, but it's not a happy smile. It's a very bitter, almost sad smile.
I know that look. The look of someone who's been relegated to some sort of bizarre servitude for their entire life. Isolating.
Watch it.
Hey, listen. I'm in the same boat as you.
I doubt that.
Well, certainly a similar one. Or at least on the same water. And it seems as though we've got similar interests. Similar things we'd like to keep under wraps.
As established previously, you're not a very social character, but just say, go ahead and give me a wits plus insight roll.
All right. That's 4 successes.
You get the distinct impression that if this guy wanted you dead, you and Trinity would both be dead. It wouldn't even be a contest.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he's talking to you at all implies that clearly he is also determined, for his purposes, whatever they might be, that negotiation is the best strategy.
And I'm willing to negotiate.
He does look over to where he can't see into the lab from this angle, but he does look towards the doors and just says, "The hell is she doing in there? Smells like a tire fire."
Just a bit of gardening.
Now's really not the time to play coy.
I'm not. She's a very intelligent woman. And it seems that we've got ourselves a pest problem. Now, by the looks of you, you could have killed me in some gruesome way the second you laid eyes on me, but you haven't. So if you're in a talking mood, I'm in a listening mood, maybe we could come to some sort of accord. We've got a whole festival of people coming up, football season imminent. I personally wouldn't like to see my hometown destroyed.
Well, he's clearly doing some sort of mental arithmetic in his head as you say those words, and eventually his posture relaxes just a fraction as you feel yourself release a breath you didn't know you were holding in response. Puts his hands on his hips and says, "You can call me Masav. Let's talk."
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Joe. And let's talk.
Meanwhile, back at Maria's house, sleeping in shifts, ostensibly.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
So
But Patience is a gentleman and would insist on taking Maria's shift as well, even if it is to her own detriment.
Slim would clock that and then just say, "Listen, I don't sleep much anymore, and when I do sleep, usually ain't long before I gotta get up and piss. So why don't you two take a moment? Feels like you've earned it, given the day y'all are having."
Sure you're not gonna keel over and die on us, old man?
"I'm not too old to put you over my knee, whippersnapper."
Patience will do a couple of faux karate moves. Finger guns, walk back, look at Maria, and say, "You got a couch I can crash on?"
Yeah, right here. Though, I mean, you can take the bed if you want.
What, and kick you out of your bed? No, I could never. You need your beauty sleep.
Okay, fine. Why don't we just sit on the couch for a while then?
Sure thing, just make sure you don't strain your back if you fall asleep. I don't know, punch you in the nose or something.
Okay.
Alright, so Maria's taking the couch.
I think we're both on the couch.
Oh, okay. Slim, who's clearly shown an impressive ability to read the room, decides to stand watch elsewhere while this is happening.
We've been at this all day, huh?
Yeah, we really have been. It's been at least 48 hours, right?
I mean, I met you yesterday and learned vampires are real this morning. So I guess close to, yeah.
Gotta be. Numbers would never were my strong suit. More book smart than anything. Just so you know, Maria, you really don't have to stay for all this. I appreciate you giving us your place and everything. I'm sure Joe gave you a whole spiel when I fell asleep in the car back there, but this kind of life gets people killed. Worse, even.
Yeah. I think part of it is I still don't have any proof any of this is real. And that all of you aren't just crazy. But I guess it says something about me that I'd rather believe in this than go face my normal problems right now.
You sure you aren't a journalist? Because you sure are dogged about this story.
I mean, I believe in the truth, okay? which is the most journalist thing I could say, but if all of this is real,
Then you're fucked.
then people need to know about it.
There's a reason why we don't know that vampires exist. There's a reason why the FBI, which they absolutely fucking know that vampires exist, don't broadcast it out here. They're either high up there, or as we learned today, they're just as old as us. I don't know, I'm not good at the whole occult study thing like Trinh is, but I've got theories about them. Everything's got its predator, right? Food chain, that kind of thing.
After a fashion, yes.
Maybe they evolved alongside us. Maybe all this magic and types and ferals. Maybe it's just the natural order of things. The way it sounded in that book, folks at least knew how to deal with them till Europeans came around and fucked around with it. Now we all get to suffer.
Just another stick to add to the pile of white people crimes, I suppose. But I'll admit, I am desperate to know the answers to all those questions.
Patience will lean in, hand resting under her face. And her smile isn't the usual cutting, showing off. It's sincere. Look, Miss Winters, you're nice. You're real nice. I just don't want you to see. God, I lose my words around you. You're a good person, and I don't want to see you get hurt. Because I sure as hell am not a nice person.
I mean, all evidence is to the contrary on that.
Now you're just flattering me.
No, I mean it. And I think before she realizes what she's doing, she has grabbed Patience's hand to, reassure her. And only realizes it after the fact.
Patience will look down. Give you a squeeze. She'll lean in a little closer. Take a look at the windows. Just make me a promise, though, all right?
Sure.
If it comes down to it, if it's between me and you pick you. I don't want none of that heroism shit. Look, Joe's already got her grave written, and look, Trin's got a family to look after. I've got no one. I can go down and nobody will miss me. You make sure you get out, and you go and live a life and have a bunch of babies without the first female president of the United States, something like that.
Fine, I'll promise that. But you need to remember that you still owe me a date.
And Patience will lean in and kiss Maria like all of her life is going in.
Which Maria is more than receptive to. And she's been turbo compartmentalizing the past couple days. All of that emotion is coming out right now, silently.
And for just a brief moment in time, everything crystallizes. And it is beautiful. In this exact moment in time, there is no one else.
Tonight she's alive. Tonight she's breathing. And Patience can feel her heart beating in tandem with Maria's.
Maria doesn't know what's next right now, but for once, she's not anxious about it and doesn't care. Because it's looking pretty good.
And then you hear a knock at the door.
Jumping out like I'm under spotlight. Just,
Fuck.
hey, it's okay. Just,
God damn it.
you're okay. We're okay. Just wait here on the couch, all right? And Patience will, presumably, we got left with pistols,
Oh,
Good
yeah,
old handy firearm.
you were absolutely armed. You hear from the other side of the door, kind of muffled. Maria? It's Dana. You home?
Oh, god damn it.
Patience is squared up at the door, tactical.
I think Maria stands up and gently puts a hand on Patience's arm and says, I don't like her much right now, but please don't shoot my ex.
Oh, okay. Patience will back off, hands up. I'll just wait here on the couch. You deal with your ex, whatever.
I'm gonna look through the little peephole. Is it just Dana?
It appears to be. You can see her. She looks a little disheveled. She looks the most disheveled you've ever seen her. Like, normally she looks very composed. She looks a little ruffled.
I think Maria will crack the door, but keep the chain on. And she'll say, what's going on?
Sorry, I know it's late. I just, I felt bad about how we left things. Can I come in?
I don't want to just kick you away, but I'm not certain that's the best idea right now.
I just have one thing to say, and I'd rather not do it on your patio. And once I do, and once I get it out, I promise, if you never want to see me again, I will go, and I will not complain, okay?
I think she looks back at Patience and checking in where she is at with all this.
Patience's face is unreadable, but there is just the slightest nod of, go on.
I think something slightly vindictive in Maria uncoils at the encouragement. And part of her thinks, you know what? After how Dana handled things yesterday, she can just sit in how uncomfortable this is going to be. So she'll undo the chain and let Dana in.
She walks in, and you can see her scan around the room, and this is your first time. Patience, you've lived in San Arroyo for a minute. You've heard of the Connollys, one of the eminent families of Feldspar Hill. Heard of Dana. She's a rather successful horror writer. And,
oh my god, poor little rich girl.
And unfortunately, she's also very pretty.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah, she walks in. She kind of scans around. Her eyes land on you, Patience. Hello. I'm
Dana, this is Patience. Patience, this is Dana. Patience is staying over tonight, so...
Hi.
So, you need a room? I can go get coffee or something.
No, it's fine, really. I won't be here long.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really up to you on that one, Patience. And Maria kind of folds her arms and look at Dana.
Maria, still looking around the room. Anyone else? I didn't realize you had company over.
Yeah, another friend is in the other room right now.
Oh, okay. Listen, I just wanted to say, she pauses, like she's trying to collate her thoughts. Pause lengthens to the point where it's starting to get a little awkward. Look, the whole sending you away to San Diego thing, that was...
San Francisco.
I realize now. Dana stops. Ah, right. San Francisco, right. That's...
That's a better pick than San Diego.
Right. That... I had all the details right. You hear a gunshot. The two of you, from outside. Patience, You have this endowment, so I'm going to ask you for a wits plus occult roll. I cannot overstate that this is going to be a critical check.
That's 3 successes. I'm re-rolling with willpower. 6 successes.
Patience. What does it look like? There's a very old medicine associated with your mother's Roadrunner charm. How does that manifest to you?
The pieces of that charm come from the earth, from the lands that her mothers and their mothers and the mothers beyond memory. Simply put, they shake. This amulet laying out across her chest, as her breaths get faster, it vibrates, it shakes. Something here is disturbing the natural balance of this land.
And it's coming from her. From the woman who is not Dana Connolly.
A storyteller?
Yes.
I'm just looking through. How tall is Dana?
She's taller than you, but you are kind of on the shorter side, admittedly. I'd say she's about average height for a woman.
Good, that means I'm taking advantage there. I'm gonna tackle this woman.
Okay, go ahead and give me strength plus brawl.
Can do. 2 successes?
In this moment, as that gunshot rings out, as this look of abject horror goes across your face, Patience, as you spring to your feet, as I think both in response to the gunshot and you suddenly moving, you look back at Patience in this moment, Maria. The thing that is not Dana Crawford gives you a wide smile, a smile that is too wide, a smile that you realize is literally splitting her face at the seams.
Don't be afraid. This was all inevitable.
And Dana unfolds. Something emerges from inside of her skin, something that has no right hiding inside of a form that human. Something monstrous. 2 successes. It's not enough. I think, Patience, you go to rush this thing and then you're just overwhelmed by the sheer horror of this moment. Is this horrible sound of meat tearing, sinews snapping, bones cracking back into place. This thing, it's a man, barely. A man with no skin. A man whose anatomy is at the same time human, but isn't. Spikes of bone, throbbing black veins, 2 sets of eyes set into a face that's just mostly a lipless, fanged grin, and the skin, oh god, the skin, it doesn't disappear, no, it wraps it over itself like this horrible cloak. You hear more gunshots from outside. This thing, almost 7 feet tall now, looms over the two of you. You see in its hand is a long bone dagger with a sickle blade.
I give you full marks for getting this far. Really. But all good things must come to an end.
Maria pulls her gun and fires.
Patience, what are you doing?
It's all flash. The memories run, meet. Her medallion is shaking. It's like it's being tugged back and forth. In almost an instinct, Patience reaches for the pouch she keeps at her belt. And she's going to throw white ash to repel the unnatural.
All right. Again, this is a very critical roll here. Give me another edge test.
Can do. That'll be resolve plus occult. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, 9 successes.
So you throw out this handful White Ash, the way you were taught, the way the old men on the reservation taught you how to do, but you've never actually used it up until now.
Kind of hoped I'd never have to.
You do, and the moment you do, it almost miraculously, it forms a solid line rather than just scattering across the living room. It forms a solid line directly between Maria and this beast. And it's halted in its tracks, even as one of its horrifying claws is reaching out for Maria. Suddenly, it meets the perimeter of that ash line and it recoils back suddenly.
You have no place here, Nai.
It chuckles. It sounds like more of a hacking cough than a laugh.
A daughter of the old race. How appropriate.
I think Maria slowly lifts the gun and points it at its head. She's weirdly quiet during all this, clearly terrified, but she is kind of so far past scared that it's almost... It's like when in a Lovecraft story when you see something and your mind breaks a little bit. So I think the first thing out of her mouth again is a question. And she just says, "What are you?"
I'm the Reaper girl. And I've come to extract my toll. If not from you, then...
And it looks past you. The gunshots outside have stopped. You hear noise from the back door. You hear it open. You hear the sound of something thumping against the ground being dragged. More people are filtering into your living room, Maria. They clearly can't cross the line of ash. But you see a man that is not familiar to either of you, because neither of you were there at the Lucky Lotus that night. But he matches the description that Joe gave you. Dusky-skinned, scarred, long black hair. He's got, looks like, also nursing a couple of bullet wounds directly to the face and torso, but dragging an unconscious Slim behind him by the collar of his shirt. More start falling after him. Dirty, ragged beasts in the shapes of men. They start crowding into this living room as the scarred man just tosses Slim at the feet of the Reaper, who kneels down.
This one is brave. This one's a warrior. It would be a shame for him to die like a culver, wet and slow.
She cocks the gun.
Please, we're not here to hurt you, Maria Winters.
Why the fuck does it know your name? Why the fuck does it know your name?
Yeah, the good question. Why the fuck do you know me? Why do you know Dana? Why do you know about... Why do you know about San Francisco? Or why didn't you if you knew that much?
She sang very sweetly towards the end. She loved you, I think. She just would never admit it.
She fires the gun. I think him saying that snaps her out of the trance she's in. Aiming right for the thing's head.
He's not dodging, so go ahead and give me... you don't really have any dots in firearms, so it's just pure dex or composure.
Uh-huh. Oh, I don't get to use desperation for this, huh?
No, you do not. Not your creed.
Well, I got 2.
It it's not dodging. It's kneeling there with that horrible rictus grin, and you think you're screaming as you unload the clip into it, and the bullets slam into it, but that horrible bony armor underneath its cloak absorbs most of the impact. There's a few spurts of oily, not quite blood onto the ground around it. It just sits there and grins as eventually the clip runs dry.
I will kill this one as well. I will conduct a symphony from his screams. You have a choice to make, Maria Winters.
I think she's still clicking the trigger on the gun, even though it's empty.
This one means nothing. He's mine. Walking meat. But you...
He points the dagger at you. Patience, you feel... As horrifying as this thing is, the thing that is wielding that knife, there's something truly wrong about that knife. You feel it scrape against the edge of your protection, and you hear that horrible chalkboard screech behind your ears. Like something about this implement is antithetical to the very protections, to the very ways that you've been taught.
Such a rare thing. You are of purpose, Maria Winters. You have been touched as others have. I'll give you a choice now. Fulfill your purpose, Maria Winters, or contribute more to the wreckage that I will leave in your wake.
He lowers the knife and balances the tip right on the jugular vein of Slim's throat.
Then tell me, what is my purpose?
You are going to save us all.
I think she's still looking at it, but I think this is the first time she's looked over at Patience since the thing has transformed.
Sorry about your coffee table, but Patience is breaking off a leg and is pointing the sharpened, broken end at this thing and is looking at you with tears in her eyes.
You can see the other creatures. They're growling and hissing like wolves surrounding a lost lamb. They can't cross the barrier, but you suspect right now they have the benefit of time. You don't. You can see the scarred man, who's still nursing some serious injuries. Seems almost annoyed at the whole prospect. He keeps looking back out towards the still open door on the front porch.
Question. Where are the explosives?
Where were you manufacturing them?
I mean, it had to be in the kitchen, right?
So they're probably still in the kitchen. Problem is, these things have effectively surrounded the two of you. The only reason they aren't bum rushing you is because of Patience's endowment. So there's a lot of them between you and the firebombs.
I think Maria looks at Patience and does her best to plead with her eyes, trying her best to indicate that she is trying not to be a hero here, and that Patience needs to get those firebombs off.
I think we're both thinking the same thing.
I think Maria meets Patience's eyes and just says, I know I just promised, but I'm sorry. And she's going to step over the ash line.
No, you don't, Maria!
The moment you do, this thing grabs you by the front and lifts you off your feet.
Look at me.
She looks at it.
You will not run. You will follow us.
those 4 sets of inhuman eyes, these strange ophidian pupils, stare directly into your soul, and you feel those words slam into your gray matter and lock it in place. Your eyes go glassy as he drops you back to your feet, and you just, Patience, you watch as she just stands there.
But for a moment, all those eyes are on me, yes?
For a moment, all those eyes are on you. Patience, you know, the second you step outside of this war, you can keep it up so long as you remain within the perimeter, but the moment you do, they're gonna rush you.
Just need long enough to set off the explosives.
See, Maria doesn't even look back at you. Her body just goes rigid, and you watch as this thing begins to stalk out. And Maria just mutely follows it.
I am running as fast as I fucking can to the kitchen.
So as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of creatures between you and the kitchen, but it's not a big house.
And they don't know where the bombs are. I do.
They do not. So I'm going to say give me either strength or stamina plus athletics. Okay, so we now find ourselves at a critical juncture. You'd either choose overreach, meaning you will not be able to use desperation for the remainder of the scene. Or you can choose despair, which will raise the danger, but that will give me more things to play with in this scene.
I'm gonna hope that blowing it up is gonna kill it. I'm choosing overreach.
All right.
5 successes.
I think what they weren't expecting out of everything, they were expecting to play the waiting game. They were expecting to dance merrily around you, baying and jeering and waiting for you to do something stupid. They didn't expect you to do something stupid right out the gate. However, they obviously don't want you to get away from them. So 5 successes. Got a couple different dice sets to roll.
I'm so scared.
Failed. 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 Good lord. And then finally, man of the hour. Let's see if he does any better. Our scarred friend who some in the audience may recognize. You bull rush past them. You shoulder check into one, smack another aside with the improvised wooden baton that is the stake, slip between the legs of a third, and at the last minute, just as you're broken past the cusp of the living room into the kitchen, you feel a clawed hand lance down on your shoulder. Take 4 points. Because you are immortal, 4 points of aggravated damage. Those claws are no joke. You feel it rip into you. You feel it rip down your back. You fall onto your stomach just in shock from the sheer amount of pain that you're in. You are physically impaired right now. 2 die penalty to any physical pools.
I don't imagine I'm keeping that arm.
I don't think so. I think it's coming off with just a casual brutality. He doesn't necessarily sever it from you, but it's dangling limply. The tendons severed, blood fountaining. But the thing is, he only attacked you. He didn't grapple you. So your momentum is not arrested. Because he doesn't know there's explosives. How could he possibly know there's explosives?
Patience is going. Whether it's the shock of losing so much blood, the pain, the adrenaline, the fear, maybe a cocktail. She is going to part with the last of those tendons, fling herself forward, and press the button that will activate the explosives.
On the outside, we see, just as Maria, you're dimly aware of your surroundings right now. You're in a trance. You're following this thing. You see outside, there's a waiting panel van, an old, rusty, beat-up thing. The door slides open. the thing beckons you in as the house behind you erupts into flames, all the windows blowing out. A cacophony of inhuman screams rattling out from within. Because of the compulsion you're under, you can't even look back, but a single tear begins to drift down your cheek. And that's where we're going to end the session.